Dr. Disrespect, ladies and gentlemen, posted for the first time in over a month since he admitted to inappropriately messaging a minor. He posted this. It's a photo where he's telling a story. The story is he's playing chess, and on the other side, I assume a child is playing checkers. But that's not where it ended. Dr. Disrespect had a lot more smoke beyond the chess checkers dynamic. He posted a bunch of other shit as well. This post, by the way, for those of you who are wondering, like, what does the Twitter community think about pedophilia? 73,000 likes. It seems like Twitter, who was chirping non-stop about Ava Chris Tyson and how, trans people are automatic groomers and pedophiles. Well, turns out they don't give a f. They love Doc, okay? They're like, no, Dr. Disrespect should be able to inappropriately message any minor. Someone said, did you increase the vertical leap at least? And got a tan too. 10,000 likes. Is this you playing with a minor? Says wash your crack. Good one. She, her. The internet will never fix your real threat. ... Depression. This guy said, I heard you a pedophile. I heard you like little boys and girls. Little brainwashed woke boy putting out Dragon Ball Z graphics with Kendrick Lamar lines. Got me big time. Now, this is not Kendrick Lamar lines at all. Why did Dr. Disrespect think that this was Kendrick Lamar? I think we know why he thought it was Kendrick Lamar. Dr. Disrespect is a white man, and he thinks that anytime someone says the N-word, it must be a rap lyric and also rap music about pedophiles. Well, that's got to be Kendrick Lamar. Dremo also then ratioed him, says, shit, not even Kendrick Lamar, but I see why you immediately thought of him. Hashtag not like us. We're about to see the nastiest lean into the alt-right pipeline ever. Of course, the doc is back. Ladies and gentlemen, he's getting that fucking kick deal. He will fight for that. I mean, he's getting roasted, but it doesn't matter. He has a shit ton of support. Like, think about it this way. This person roasted his ass, posted this other angle, right? This got 88,000 likes. This post got 73,000 likes. So the people roasting him and the people defending him are almost in the same fucking level of support. Now, what's hilarious about the guy who responded, that Diego guy, who responded to Dr. Disrespect saying, let's go, Dr. Disrespect is back. Who wants to guess what that person's political ideology looks like? Diego says the doc is back. Protect the children 2 days ago. Anyone else agrees with me on this? Yeah, so I'm what you call a minor attractive person. He's shooting the doc, though? No, he's not. This is the average position of American conservative. They literally don't have an issue with pedophilia whatsoever. They just think it's a good talking point to claim that all trans people are pedophiles. That's why so many motherfuckers with literal lolly avatars are straight up Nazis, and then they fucking openly talk on the timeline about how every trans person is trying to fuck kids. It's like, bro, you have a lolly avatar with a fucking Nazi gear on it. What are you saying? It doesn't make any sense until you realize that the damn near entirety of the anti-trans weirdos on the Republican Party, including but not limited to Matt Walsh, are literal advocates for child marriages, bro. The very same Republican legislators will turn around and be like, all trans people are pedophiles. We got to stop them from grooming our children. If you see a trans person, that's automatic pedophile. And then they literally will go to Congress in their own states, in the state legislature, and defend child brides, bro. Ask a conservative who claims every LGBTQ member is a pedophile unconditionally what they think about child beauty pageants and what they think about child brides. They will defend both of these concepts till they fucking die. They love that shit. They think that that is not pedophilia. That is actual pedophilia shit.
Child beauty pageants, honestly, I can't really say as far as just because everybody has a right to their voice. So there's not, if somebody wants to, this is America. That's the beauty.
What up, brother? He said, yeah, I asked him child beauty pageants. And he's like, my niece was in one. I think they're good. The weird campaign rhetoric shifts to actually their files, which is accurate.
Jim Jordan of knowing about a team doctor's alleged sexual misconduct.
43 men who say they were sexually assaulted, abused, molested, or harassed by Dr. Rich.
Midas touch my kings, my goats. They're doing the damn thing.
Richard Strauss.
The former employee at the Republican National Committee was just sentenced to 12 years in prison for possession of child porn. He also told people in this group that his preference was for babies and saying that they were his, quote, absolute favorite, and solicited another member of the group for videos of babies being raped.
George Nader. His criminal history included multiple convictions for child pornography and child molestation.
This morning, a judge sentenced Ralph Shorty to 15.
This one's my favorite Republican file. And yes, you might go, huh? You have a favorite Republican file? I do. Because that's how common this shit is. It's so goddamn commonplace that I got stories that I actually appreciate that kind of are funnier than the other ones, even though it's gruesome and horrific. You want to know why? Because Ralph Shorty, former Trump Oklahoma campaign chair, state legislature for Oklahoma, literally got busted with a 17-year-old that he had purchased to have sex with. But listen, he did it within proximity of, I believe, a school or a church. He had formerly passed legislation in his own state that actually brought up the charges that if you were caught engaging in prostitution, you had more charges. You had like an elevated charge. He passed the law and he got hit with his own law that he passed. Come on, man.
15 years in prison. Police caught Shorty in a hotel room with a then 17-year-old boy.
The new charges against Joel Greenberg.
Sex trafficking of a minor and stalking a political opponent.
Florida Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz allegedly having a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old girl.
Investigators examining whether he, quote, violated federal sex
Trust no one, not even yourself.
trafficking laws.
To all of a sudden act like this phenomenon of girls getting pregnant at a young age that we consider young, 16 or 17, to act like it's a new thing is ridiculous. Girls between the ages of like 17 and 24 is when they're technically most fertile.
Yiannopoulos arguing sexual relationships between 13-year-old boys and men in their 20s could be consensual.
Some of those relationships between younger boys and older men, the sort of coming of age relationships, the relationships in which those older men help those young boys to discover who they are.
No, what's funny about that? That was on a Republican podcast, and the Republicans were like, what the f are you saying, dog? He literally got canceled by the Republicans. That was a unique one.
Back in 2004, Lauren Boebert's husband, Jason Boebert, was arrested for indecent exposure because he decided to reveal his penis to waitresses. Turned out one of the waitresses was 17.
33-year-old reality TV star
Turns out one of the people was Lauren Boebert, by the way.
Josh Duggar is in serious trouble, charged with receiving and possessing child pornography. Duggar was taken into federal custody, accused of downloading child sexual abuse material online, showing children under the age of 12.
3 women accused a Tennessee state representative of abusing them when they were teenagers.
Bro, remember when the Republicans literally ran a file who lost them the state of Alabama Senate seat? That happened under Donald Trump. There was a literal pedophile by the name of Roy Moore, and he was running. He was in the Alabama Supreme Court, by the way. Real fucking Christian man, you know. Hey, I love God. I love Christianity. I love the Bible. We got to put a copy of the 10 Commandments in every school. I'm Roy Moore. Definitely not a pedophile. And he almost won. He almost won in the state of Alabama. He was banned from going to his local mall by the fucking police in his own dang city, bro. Why, you might ask? Because he kept trying to fuck teenagers. That's what we're talking about, dude. He was picking up teens at the mall, so they banned him. The Republican Party literally was like, nope, that's our guy. We're still rolling with him.
And he was their high school basketball coach. Not only did the Republican stay in office, he was reelected, and he was just named chairman of a key state House education subcommittee.
State representatives in Tennessee have been working on a bill that's obviously a Republican-dominated legislature. The House version of the bill, as it was introduced, didn't include an age minimum. Yeah. It means it could pave the way to legalize child marriage, like child brides.
Congressman Rose's engagement announcement. No, that is not his daughter. They reportedly met while she was in high school. He was about 42.
Tucker's talking about former cult leader Warren Jeffs, who was convicted of sexually assaulting minors.
That old saying, not every Republican supports child marriage, but you bet your ass every child marriage supporter is a Republican. Hell yeah, brother. Oh, I forgot my goat, Tucker Carlson. Here's him defending Warren Jeffs, convicted arranger of child marriages, cult leader Warren Jeffs, who was in prison for this, by the way.
He's not in prison for that. Warren Jeffs didn't marry underage girls.
No, he's in prison for facilitation of child rape.
Whatever the hell that means, the rapist in this case has made a lifelong commitment to live and take care of the person. So it is a little different.
A man running for a college district's governing board arrested for masturbating on a campus.
This was awesome, too. This is another one of my favorite ones. Because, like, the body camera footage from this is so fucking funny. And he kept running, too. God, how can you not love the Republican Party? They are so fucking weird, dude.
A Maricopa County College police officer found Randy Kaufman with his pants down, masturbating in his truck at 4:30 in the afternoon. At 4:30?
It's like in broad daylight. The cop rolls up and he's like, are you serious? He like... The cop couldn't even comprehend what he was seeing. Like, you're just masturbating in your car in a school parking lot?
Rio Salado College campus. The parking lot just feet away from a preschool and child care center where kids were outside playing.
A former Trump official who has pled guilty to child porn charges. He is a former Commerce Department official in the Trump administration, sentenced to a 5.5-year prison term after pleading guilty to possession of.
Oh, yeah. I think he said he was watching biracial porn or something, too. Isn't that what he said? Or am I misremembering? I think he literally got caught and he was like, no, I'm zerking it. But like, I'm literally watching like black Latina ladies or something.
Child pornography. This is Adam Hageman.
Tony Lazzaro allegedly gave underage girls expensive gifts and money in exchange for sex. He is charged with sex trafficking.
A former Florida Elections Commission attorney pleaded guilty today to conspiring to distribute, receive, and possess child pornography. Prosecutors say Eric Matthew Lipman shared the videos on a file hosting site. He faces up to 20 years.
The stunning political scandal that is rocking Capitol Hill. Republican Congressman Mark Foley abruptly resigned Friday after questionable emails he sent to a teenage boy.
Dennis Hastert convicted of a financial crime.
Yep, former Republican Speaker of the House, longest Speaker of the House in U.S. Congress.
Part of a scheme to mask something more egregious, his molestation of children.
A former member of Governor Ivey's staff was arrested for child solicitation charges. This is a 36-year-old Chase Tristan Espy. He was charged with electronic solicitation of a child.
Roy more defiant as more accusers step forward, alleging sexual misconduct.
This is the shopping mall where some say it was common knowledge and not a big secret that Roy Moore would flirt with teenage girls when he was in his 30s.
One accuser says that Moore initiated a sexual encounter back in 1979 when she was just 14 years old.
A jury found Ghislaine Maxwell guilty of 5 out of 6 federal charges, including sex trafficking of minors.
I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well.
This is why I love Midas Touch, my goats. Anyway, how the f did we get here? Oh, we were talking about Dr. Kid Inspect. Welcome back, Dr. Kid Inspect. Doing full tilt right-wing slant, you know, fully leaning into that. He was already right-wing, but he's like going balls to the wall mode with it. Why? Because Republicans don't mind if you're a pedophile. As a matter of fact, they actively defend child brides and shit like that. They don't give a shit. They don't care. That's it. And it's very odd that everybody that's canceled, everybody that's losing their career, people that are falling off, immediately hit that fucking right-wing grift. And there are still motherfuckers out here who try to actively tell me that, like, I'm a grifter. Then why is it that every single person that's grifting always grift to the right? And before you say Jackson Hinkledink, he quite literally is a right-wing grifter as well.